Welcome to Auntie Tess and Tarot. Welcome in. Let's get to your message. Thank you to all who have contributed and supported this channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all your support. Remember, not everything will resonate here. Take what does, leave the rest. Take what helps you to help yourself, leave the rest. It'll be for somebody else if it's not resonating, or it may resonate later. And if you're interested in my artwork, some examples posted on the community tab. And I usually do a lot of portraits or animals or people's pets. But there's going to be more instruction there about how to follow up with that if you are interested. Here we go into the message. Okay, hope everyone's doing well. Here we go. So you can see the cards better. Here you go. Out of the gates, you've got the Hermit, the Death card, and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Two major arcanas out of 3 cards. I'm hearing you're asking for enlightenment. Things have been harsh as of late, and you're asking for enlightenment. Is that a good angle? Okay, let's keep going. Help me to figure this out. I hear you saying, help me to figure this out. Probably in prayers, maybe to a confidant. Ace of Wands is out here. Help me to figure out what the next step is, what's going to be inspirational for me. I already know what's inspirational. Help me to get there. 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, the Lovers fly out and they fall sideways. And something too about you feel like the space you're in is just too confining. You're wanting to move, whether that's confining because of other people or just the space in general you've outgrown. Trying to gain some clarity here. And you're just swamped with a lot of emotions and thoughts on this. How do I find the clear path, the clear way? What is the answer here? What are my choices? Do I have choices? Am I missing the choices? Yeah, the whole process is a little bit exhausting right now, I think. But I feel like you're going to come out of that. Yeah, 8 of Swords. It's a little bit exhausting, and if you've been going at this very diligently for an answer, now you're kind of pulling back. And I think you're just pulling back strictly because you're pretty tired here. But I don't think you've found the answer that you're looking for. And I don't think you feel like answers have been provided. Okay. Fair enough. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, this has something to do with your space, your location, what you're doing as well. Your foundation. What's the advice here, Spirit? You're having back and forth conversation with somebody here, like I mentioned, a mentor, or back and forth in your head, like back and forth, back and forth. What's the answer? What's the answer? What's the answer? The World in the reverse. Spirit's saying first you have to close out some cycles, and I think you know this too. Before you can move forward. And that's something tough for you. Whatever it is, you know, and it might be a couple, 2, 3 things that you need to close out in order to move forward. Yeah, 10 of Swords. Asking you for closure. What areas are needing the closure for those of you who are sitting there, which I don't think are many. I think you know what needs to be closed out. But for some of you who are sitting there saying, what needs to be closed out? The Hierophant is here. I read this as start engaging with your spirit team. Look for the signs and prayer. Big on prayer here. Some of you, this is health issues. This is digestive, intestinal issues that you may or may not know about. In that, yeah, you may or may not be addressing this issue. By closing that out, you can move forward with other things. But that's just a small percentage of you. Closing out some sort of poor diet habits, dietary habits. 6 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, sixes could be very significant here. 4 of Cups, the Chariot, the Magician. Again, major arcana is coming through pretty heavy. Yeah, so milestone activity going on. You're being asked to evaluate where you're spending your time. Is that the best use of your time? Does that lead you to the success that you're hoping for? Really big message here about getting in with your divine team, seeking divine guidance. That is the key. Prayer is big here. If you're not big into prayer, the advice is give it a shot. Give it a go. Try it. Try it out. I always say habits take about 2 weeks and then you're, comfortable with them. So give it some time and give it a go. The manifestations are trying to come in, but you're off to the side, focusing on something else. And for a lot of you, you're just focusing in on the constant back, forth in your mind. What's the answer? What's the answer? What's the answer? What's the answer? And the advice here is to quiet that mind and really listen to the information that's coming in for you through prayer or meditation, Reiki, some sort of calming of the mind, whatever that is to you. Working out. I feel like some of you ride bikes long distance. That's a calming of your mind. Listen to the messages as you're doing that are coming in. 2 of Wands, because Spirit's ready for you to also engage in this first or next step forward. Closing out what? We thought it was something health related. For some of you, intestinal. Close out what here, Spirit? Okay, I'm hearing close out things that you feel like you're so attached to them, you can't live without them. Close that out. Close out those feelings. And I'm hearing, particularly if you know already, in the back of your mind, instinctively, they are not good for you. And of course, you can move on from them. Of course, you can let them go. 5 of Cups, and it's like that's kind of the attitude to adopt. 5 of Cups here, Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is in the reverse here. Love. Yeah, take the step, take the leap. Opportunities are here for you, but the closing out is what's key. Oh, yeah. Okay, so for many of you, it's I need this person. I desperately need, and I do hear desperately, which I don't really care for that word, but I desperately need this person in my life. You may feel like that. You may not express it, but you may feel like deep down that would be a word you would use. But this person is actually deep down in your wealth of knowledge and wisdom and instincts. You know this is a regret of yours to be with this person, and they hold back emotions from you, as well as they do things that are regretful. Maybe always apologizing, or you regret how they act in public or around others, or how they treat you around others, I'm hearing, and or what you tolerate, you regret that. This is more get into your flow and close out these cycles with what doesn't serve you. And certainly something about, I desperately need this something in my life. And the answer is no. You really don't. And the minute you close that out, you'll see the energy just starts changing up for you. Wheel of Fortune, that's all about fated situations. Again, very big here on the spiritual connection. I feel like you maybe have been away from that for a while. You get back into that groove. Find your strength there. Yeah, something about Atlantis. Interesting. Something about Atlanta as well. North Atlanta. Interesting. Okay. I don't know Atlanta, so you know that well. Let's see. And the wheel turns to your advantage. Okay. So it's like, do yourself a good turn here. Help yourself to help yourself. Right now it's the racing mind. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? You quiet the mind. You recognize the things that need to be closed out in your life. You close them out, and you will see that energy change, and it's going to change quickly. And the things that you really want to come in, like there's somebody here that's saying, I'm desperate for this connection, but I really feel like if you were to ask, what is the connection you long for, that you would really bring in, that you would manifest, it would not be this. It would maybe be entirely different. It's a recognizing that and putting forth your energy towards that vision. As soon as you make some of these changes, you'll notice, as I started to say, the energy changes up, and these new manifestations come in, these new visions of yours come in, these clearer visions I'm hearing that you want to have happen come in. You turn. Remember I said you're kind of like off here, busy, and like I said with the racing mind, when you're being offered from the divine, the very things you want to have come in, you're going to stop that racing mind. You're going to stop the looking over here and being busied by stuff. You're going to focus in, quiet the mind. You're going to get the messages, get the downloads, feel the gut instinct. Ask yourself, what is the relationship or situation that you really want to bring in? You see that perfectly. It's even surprising for many of you because it's different from what you swear you desperately need, okay? And then that helps you to release, because you start saying, I don't really desperately need that. I don't need that at all, okay? You start releasing things. That's the closing out of the cycles. And then what you're going to do in this whole process is turn and see that the divine's been handing you this all along, okay? Timing here, some exercises, yeah. It doesn't happen overnight, of course, but this type of work is not easy, but can be very effective. Okay, so 3 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, and Temperance. Yeah, Spirit wants good fortune to come in for you as well. New collaborations. Closing out destructive or toxic situations. Finding a balance is what you're meant to be finding. And also where your talents really lie. And a good focus on that. You know, almost even, and we started out with this, a feeling of, what's the next step for me? Why am I here? You know, the big questions, they become very clear to you. And what's clear is that you're not in the right circles, okay? So this is a balancing out of yourself and changing up your energy, what you're putting out there, what you're attracting. And as all that works in harmony and in balance, you get the answers you're looking for that we started out with. The big questions come big answers. Caution. Let me see. Where are my glasses? Conveniently on the floor. Okay, wormwood is caution. Let's dive into that. What's that all about? to caution your spirit? Weird message, but I say what comes through because it resonates with somebody. Caution about music. Be cautious about what you're listening to, what you're watching. Watch and engage in positive information, including music. Listen to the music carefully. What are the lyrics? What's coming through? Is it angry? Is it agitated music? Is it spurring you on to be in a state that you don't want to be in? Caution with the music. Stabilize. Yeah, this is all about the balance. St. John's wort. Stabilize and balance, and be cautious about what you're allowing in your field of vision, in your energy, in your, think of yourself as enveloped in a certain kind of energy and light. And whatever doesn't fit that, don't invite it in. Final messages. Okay, that's great. Okay, so this situation is going to get you to a point, as you are balanced, where you're blank canvas. You're going to be getting the downloads, and you're going to be figuring out why you're here, or, the big questions that you're asking. What's the next step, or what's my true purpose? Okay, you have a talent for this, and you're going to find the true talents that you've been wondering about, asking about, the racing mind about, and rejection. Anything that you're closing out now or rejecting is going to help you get there. Yeah, we come full circle here. Let's grab a charm. Ooh. The octopus. This for me is very intelligent, but also embracing and like networking, getting your feelers out there, getting your tentacles out there. Or that coming back to you, in a positive way as you get this energy moving to your highest good. And star, this is all about regeneration. That's what you're doing. You're regenerating. You're creating you're becoming a new version. Or, more specifically, you're becoming your sincere version, the sincere, authentic version of you as you do the work. That is your message. If you liked it, please do like, share, subscribe, comment. And if you feel inspired, please do utilize the link below that talks about Buy Me a Coffee. Until next time, let's remember who we are, and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.